Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the review realm. Once again, we got a weird one for you for an album review. If you are new to the show, please hit the like button on this. Subscribe to the review realm. It always helps us out with these album reviews. And here to help me on this weird journey we're about to embark on, the co-host of the review realm, the SLB, Sam.
Hey guys, I was really looking forward to this one. This one's going to be interesting. Um, I don't even know where to begin. So I guess we can get right into it.
I guess so. I was going to say the same thing. I have no idea where to start with this one, but in case you don't know what you've stumbled upon today, we didn't know what we were stumbling upon with this one. So I don't know if you know what you'll be stumbling upon with this review, but we're going to be talking about the I'm not even going to say how many albums he's done in total. It's a lot and I don't want to get the number wrong, but I will say that apparently this is solo album number 13 for this man. Which of course we're talking about his 13th solo album, Devin Townsend and The Moth.
Yeah, let me. We'll just start with good old Heavy Debbie, the man from Strapping Young Lad. Um, he has an interesting catalog of music. Um, I should have expected this from him because he likes to switch back and forth between like soundtrack like related albums and then like stuff that's kind of more like just heavier, more metal focused. And going off of his last album, Power Nerd, I should have assumed that this was going to be more soundtracky, if you will.
Yeah, I don't know the man very well. I know he's in Strapping Young Lad, which I know very little about. I know he's done a lot. He's kind of all over the place. So diving into this, I had no idea that this was going to sound like some kind of movie soundtrack that we got. And geez, I'm not even going to get into singles here. I don't know what they were, but Jesus Christ, 23 songs on this, and a lot of these were transition tracks, so I don't want to. Um, we might as well mention the transition tracks. Jesus, I have to scroll on my notepad, Sam. That's how much I had to write on this. But
This overall, I don't think we can even go through singles and songs. There's a
no,
lot here.
no, my God, this like the title track, "Ode to My Eye." I'm talking about the songs that were just under 2 minutes here. That were like transition pieces. "Runaways," "A Proxy for God," "The Mothers," Lexan Returns, "The Clergy," "A Life in Review," "Let Go," and then with the last one, "We Don't Deserve Dogs." It's all transition pieces. I'm like, and that's that's like half the album.
Yeah, so I did notice that. And then if you got the deluxe version, there's 2 discs. You were panicking. It's like, oh man, 2 discs. The second disc. So my understanding here, long story short, is I guess he wanted to do something with an orchestra and a choir, and this had come up, and he wrote a concept album. I was kind of like looking through. I think it has to do with like mental health or something like that. But essentially, it came to this where they want to write a whole new album, concept album, and they were going to do a lot of orchestrated and choir pieces. So that was the theme here. Going off of the second disc is really the first disc, but with all the choir and orchestra up front, like the focal point, if not like isolated tracks. So we didn't listen to that. We just listened to the main album. I don't dislike it. This is what I'll say. I won't dislike it. It's more like a soundtrack. So if I was to ask you, John, what is your favorite piece from a Godzilla? You'd just be like, these are good soundtrack albums. You just kind of like them start to finish. You might find something in there, but you're not like honed down to each and every track.
Right. Yeah. I that's pretty much what I wrote for that's the positive I will say for the album. It has that cinematic feel, which I'm sure that's what he was going for. Like the beginning, that semi prologue and War Beyond Word, I said it had a movie feeling to it. Enter the City was another one. Um I know that he's an eccentric man, but I didn't know he went this far down there.
Yeah, this in He does a lot of weird things. Um, if
Like,
you haven't listened to John, you need to check out. Have you ever listened to? Oh man, Ziltoid the Omniscient.
no, no.
I listened to that one and then Ocean Machine. Those are two albums of his I think give you a kind of a feel. So this isn't a surprise to me what he did here, but it was definitely a surprise still, even though it's not.
Like, like Orion. Like, why did it start with a fart? Like, I I don't even know where to begin on it. I kind of liked it though that it had like chicken noises and submarine sonar in there. I'm like, all right, this guy's just wacky. Like, that's pretty much what I thought there.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a bad album. If you like this kind of stuff, um, definitely give it a listen. I do not dislike this. I definitely want to give it a couple more goes. It's definitely not going to be an album where I'm going to find one or two songs that I like, though, if that makes sense.
Do you have some songs that stood out to you?
Orion is the one. I think that was the single. But that was really it. Because I was always waiting for that big build up and then like climax, and I don't feel like that ever happened in this album. It was just a bunch of pieces that just kind of like a wave.
I actually kind of liked Lexan too. That was weird, but it was a little bit groovy on that one. There were only very slight moments on this album where it felt like it was a little heavier. It was really far and few between.
Hmm.
And like Covered by Causes was one, and then I think one of the last songs on the album too um had that as well. It might have been. I'm trying to find this is I have so many notes here. I don't even know. Oh, Stained Hearts. It's not really heavy, but I actually thought that one was pretty well structured. Oh, it was The Big Snit. I was like, oh wow, there's a riff. One of the more heavier moments on the album.
Yep. No, that was one of those. Um, yeah, I can't pull up the Wikipedia. So sometimes there's no Wikipedia page. I don't understand why. Um,
There's so many
spot I can go
songs
to.
that nobody wanted to put it together.
Yeah, but also like I have to go to the Spotify on my computer just to see what the length of these songs were. Um,
It really
yeah.
varied. Like there was one rant, like Covered by Causes was the longest one on the album with 8 minutes, over 8 minutes.
Hmm. Yeah, it's give it a listen. That's all I can say. If you like cinematic pieces and you like soundtracks, this might be up your alley.
It was really that towards the end of the album too, where I just don't know what to make of this anymore. It by Silver Princess, it was all kind of sounding the same. It was hard to pick out what was what. Um,
Hmm.
which is for this like that's why I have to do these notes because otherwise I have no clue. Have to help me out a little bit.
Well, it's funny because I was listening during work and I'm like, all right, kind of give a feel, see what's going on. And by the time I was like halfway through the album and I was in the middle of something, and I looked over, oh, we're on Don't Deserve Dogs. How many more songs? I'm like, oh, that's the last one. All right. Well, there we go. So,
Yeah, this was really wacky. I won't say it's bad. It's well produced. I'll give it that. It had that cinematic feel, which I'm sure he was going for, and he's just a wacky guy. So like he succeeded at what he did. I won't take that away from him. But let us know what you guys thought in the comments below. I'm definitely curious what others thought of this, whether it was a mess or whether you enjoyed it. Please let us know. Thanks as always for joining the review realm, and as always, do not forget to join the bedlam.